Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakakwadash. Kalla Lim Labano Yahweh Alayano Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body. I'll just do a quick one. As you know, the atrocities the Israelites have gone through, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and those that are of that lineage across the four corners of the earth, dispersed pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, through slavery, migration, marriage, wars, and in modern times, even work, right? And also, along with that, the atrocities that the Israelites have suffered, cattle slavery, chattel slavery, as well as all the laws and all the infrastructure that has been created to destroy the Israelites, ghettoize the communities, drugs, the lack of jobs, which will make the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man commit crime. And then when they do commit crime, going so heavy on them, where a child molester or a pedophile Edomite, so-called cracker, the so-called white man, would get 6 months in prison. Jake, meaning the so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, would be selling weed or something like that, and they'd get like 10 years, maybe even life imprisonment. Okay, because the so-called white man is not in trouble as other people. Okay, that's paraphrasing a scripture there. They are not as in trouble as other people. All right, they are not in trouble. I'm trying to get to the point, Salakia, for this. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Now, we're plagued, okay, especially in these times as we're approaching the end. Very heavily plagued. A real heavy weight. So I can walk around with 100 kg, 220-pound barbell on your shoulders. Spiritually. All right. Now, recently, there's so many hangings of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men. Right, a lot of them have been brushed under the carpet. A lot of the time when men are hung, sometimes, especially there's one here in the UK that happened last year, the man's ethnicity has not been named. Now, from my spiritual insight, and it's local to where I live in West London. Now, my spiritual insight would say, why haven't they named the ethnicity? Because when they don't name the ethnicity, it's usually a so-called black man. Because if it was a so-called white man, they would mention it. Any current stabbings, anybody, any shootings here in the UK, they would put a black man's face straight away. They put a white man's face, if he or she has been hurt. Now, a so-called person has been hung in the UK, right? They haven't shown the ethnicity, all right? But in America, especially Ground Zero, Babylon, the truth is coming out. Because, over there, Yahweh Shai has put the spotlight and lifted up the skirts of these heathens to show how they hate us. And that's spiritual, okay? Genesis 27:40. Because Esau is carnal, his blessing is the weapons, guns and ammunition and AK-47s and that Rambo spirit. All right, they use an Israelite to portray a Rambo because Sylvester Stallone definitely Sicilian, definitely a Jake. All right, but they use him to push that Edomite spirit, the Arnold Schwarzenegger spirit, that commando spirit. That's Esau in a nutshell. Putting bear piss on themselves, hiding in the bushes in the jungle. That's what Esau's spirit. Esau has. You go to these rich Edomites' homes. What do they have in their offices and their dens? They have heads of cows and bulls and bears and sheep and I don't know, lions and tigers and shit. They like to stuff dead animals. That's their thing. That's their thing, right? And they do the same thing with the so-called black man in the numerous times. That's where picnic comes from, pick a nigger, right? Right? They would go there, eat and drink, and be so-called merry because this is their rulership. This is, when they used to come from all far and wide, all across America. Some even coming across Europe. The wealthy Edomites, these crackers, and heathen nations, especially these Edomites, these crackers, they'd come there to see a so-called black or Hispanic or Native Indian man, especially the so-called black man being lynched, and then after that being burned alive, after that being the genitals being cut off and kept in and pickled in jars, the same way they do the animals, okay? This is their nature. Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword that shalt thou live, and shalt thou serve thy brother. And Salakia, I'm just getting excited. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. And this is just Cain and Abel all over again. All right. And Cain would be Esau, and Esau is a so-called white man today, okay? Because the Lord gave the mark of leprosy unto these devils, hence the reason why they got that pigskin complexion. They're red, pursuant to Genesis 25 and 25. All right? Uh, let's go to verse 42. And these words of Esau, her eldest son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, the so-called white man, is touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. All right. So you should even let Jacob know that, yo, Esau is coming out to get you, man. You know, uh, be wary, be careful. Right. Not so many words. He'll come after him, and that hatred is there to this day. The birthright wasn't stolen; is all done in the spirit. Okay, it was all done in the spirit because Yahweh Shemeshai wanted it to happen. It was a chess piece. It was a chess game. It was a chess move. All right. Esau was always after the microwave food. Okay, fast food. That's their thing. He couldn't wait for lentils. He couldn't wait for meat. They like eating raw meat, don't they? They can't even cook a steak properly without the blood in it. That's their nature. Jake could wait. Yeah, Jake will want his steak properly done. Jake doesn't want no microwave food. They want that clean, lawful soul food, right? They want it cooked right. They want it cooked well. They want to enjoy the meal because Jake likes to eat. We're a people of flavor, right? So this is all done in the spirit, okay? And Esau lost his birthright in the spirit because it showed his character, all right? He's impatient. Hence the reason why they shoot up schools. Hence the reason why they jump out windows when things don't go their way. That's just an example. All right. Now, another, recent, all these hatred that these Edomites have for us. Man in his 50s found hanged in West London Park, sparking police probe. This was, when was this? What's the date on this? 17th of March 2023. Police are appealing for information after a man in his 50s was found hanged in the West London suburb of Hillingdon. And this is in my back garden. All right. So there's not much information on this. There's hardly any information on this. Why is that being brushed under the carpet? All right. So it makes you think, what the hell's going on? All right. Now, check this one out. Let's go. Dennis Richardson, a 39-year-old black man, was found hanging from a beam in an abandoned house in Colbert County. All right, this Jake was running when 3 Edomite men were chasing him. All right, he rang his mother saying, Mother, 3 Edomites are chasing him. When they found his body, his genitals were missing. Okay, that old spirit of Esau is back. These Edomites are coming for you, Jakes. This is just them doing it while this infrastructure still stands with law and order. But they're going to come heavy when old Jacob's trouble kicks in. You Jakes are worried about joining gangs of Crips and Bloods. My ops, gunning niggas down. And then here Esau is coming for you. And they love it. They love it when you Jakes throw up gang signs killing each other. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And they hit you spick Jakes just the same as well as you Native Indian Jakes, okay? Just because you're lighter complected, you may have straight hair, and you might be lighter complected where you can pass for Italian or whatever. Right? Some of you even so-called white man. All right, but they're coming for you too. All right, because you're not pale enough. And even if you are pale, like Miklo in what's that movie? Blood in, Blood Out. They're gonna call you a half breed and still gonna terrorize you like they did Miklo in prison. Okay, even though Miklo was an Edomite because his father was a cracker in that movie. His mother being a slut. As most nigger women are. Dennis Richardson, all right, Richardson. And also, you've seen in Florida, so-called black woman getting hung. There's so many stories, it's hard to keep up. I'm just pulling out the ones that came out in my internet search so I can just go over, do a quick hit, all right, of what time we're coming into, all right? Second Ezra's 15, Second Ezra's 15:15 and 15:16 is going to kick in, all right? People are going to be bum rushing houses. They're going to be coming for you, Jakes, man. Then Jacob's trouble is going to kick in too. All right, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is going to get amplified in a humongous level. And you Israelites, like Elder Bishop Menachizak would say, niggers' guns only work on other Jakes and only on other niggers. All right, And that's the same across the board, wherever Israelites are scattered. No matter how they look, they always fight amongst themselves. It's all infighting. All right. Denarice Richardson, a 39-year-old black man, was found hanging from a beam in an abandoned house in Colbert County, Alabama, on September the 28th, 2024. So this is what? 2 months ago. It hasn't been, what, month and a half? All right? It'll be 2 months in about another 2 weeks, the 15th of November today. The Colbert County Sheriff's Office initially concluded that Richardson's death was a suicide. Yeah, right. But the FBI is now investigating after Richardson's family and community members raised concerns. Family concerns. Richardson's wife, Leanne Richardson, or Leanne Richardson, and family believe that his death was not a suicide and that it was staged to look like one, obviously. They point to a history of police harassment against Richardson, including a federal lawsuit he filed earlier in 2022, alleging that police beat and abused him. Okay, so they got him back. They said, oh yeah, this ninja is just trying to come at us. We're going to get him. We're going to lynch this nigga, right? And this is what they did, all right? So you basically would get abused and punched and be Esau's punching bag. And if you try and fight back using the system that they created, they're still going to take you down, and in a horrible way too. I mean, there's a picture of him. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. There he is. Look at him with his beautiful children. Three beautiful children. Look at that. All different. Look at that. You telling me this guy looked unhappy? He's going to hang himself? Looked like Jake's doing well for himself. Dressed, looking clean, well groomed. Got the bling on, like he's really going to delete himself. And that's not even an Israelite spirit to delete yourself. All right? That's not even an Israelite spirit. No matter what we go through, you may feel like it, but hell no, you're not going to do that, because you know you're going to answer to the Lord when you get up there. All right? When you leave this, these chains, when you leave this clay that we're in. All right? Okay. The sheriff's office said that they spoke with family members who said that Richardson was depressed. However, Lee and Richardson say that her husband was not depressed and that he gave his son some of his jewelry before he died because he was going to return to prison to finish a drug sentence. All right. Okay, Jake may have not made so many good decisions in life. Okay, the drug dealing is simply because that's what Esau does. Esau takes away all the jobs. And if we do try and get a job, they're going to they're going to give you 2 or 3 interviews, and in the end, they're going to say no and give the job to somebody else. They waste your fucking time. All right. Okay, but it doesn't excuse what Jake did, all right? And I'm not going to go into the scriptures of why the Lord did this to him, but I'm just trying to point out to the fact, all right, that this is still going on, and this is going to amplify even more. And this is September. When is it? September 28th, 2024. All right. Let's see, anything else? Okay, he was suing the police. All right? This is why they got him. And obviously, they're going to say he was as a suicide. Okay, who was that so-called black woman many years ago that got arrested by the police, right? And then they took a picture of her with her eyes wide open, but making it look like she was alive. Yeah, but then they say that yeah, she was hung up, or she was found hanging on in her prison cell. What was it? Let me see if I'll find it. I think it was 2012. Black woman hung in prison cell. And this is just an old one that's coming to mind. This is the kind of shit that they do. Sandra something. Sandra something, right? Sandra. Yeah, Sandra Bland. Yeah, Sandra Bland. Remember her? They had a picture of her, yeah. Yeah, 2015. It's been about 10 years, damn. Remember her? They had a picture of her, right, in the prison picture, and it looked like she was dead, but they propped her eyes open to make her look like she was alive. All right? She was found hanged in a jail cell. And this has been going on. A lot of it gets brushed under the carpet, but it's coming out now. And you Jakes think that, yeah, you know what it is? You Israelites, right, that live in so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian areas and that have been taught to love your damn enemy, you only say that because you're only around Jake. You don't live in the white man area. You don't live in sundown towns. You don't speak to the older generation. When you speak to the older generation, they hate crackers, especially the men. All right? When you speak to Jakes that live in sundown town areas or conky areas, right? Or really sort of like hillbilly type areas, ask them, do they love the so-called white man? The ones that do are really cool now. All right, but a lot of them don't. You Jakes that love Esau mainly do that because you live around Jake and you think that the so-called white man can be tamed and can be so-called humane. They're not going to be humane. Look at their track record. And this is only going to be amplified, okay? All right, let me just go to Jacob's trouble scripture, then I'm going to... all right, wait till Jacob's trouble kicks in. Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he shall be saved out of it, who's at the elect. But you two-third Jakes are going to get got like that. Because dying this way, right, okay, is not an honorable death. All right? I don't know, you know? All right, I'm not talking about the prophets in the past. I'm just talking about being a drug dealer and then getting hung and you probably maybe squirming for your life. I don't know. All right? But some of these Jakes that are being deleted this way are not dying honorable deaths, and that's because they're two-thirds, man. All right? But I'm going to leave it there because you know what it is? I start going into a tangent and then I start waffling a lot more on and going into various subjects because I hate Esau with a passion. All right? I never liked them, mother. I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Shalom.